Everyone has a voice, but not everyone is heard. At Voices by Us, we amplify real conversations, real experiences, and real people. No filters, no pretense, just truth, growth, and perspective. This is Voices by Us, where our voices shape the conversation.
Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Voices by Us, a space for conversation that explores connectivity between culture, creativity, and everyday's life. Today's episode is about music and not just sound and entertainment, but as a powerful tool for expression, identity, and social change. In this conversation, we'll be exploring music that reflects society, how certain songs become an anthem, and why music continues to matter in everyday's life when our voices cannot be heard. I am your host, Bella Greville, and today with me, I have MK Irene, who will bring us insight and perspective about music. Thank you for joining us, Irene.
Thank you too.
Brief us a little bit about yourself.
Emukia, so Irene, as you know, will I say no, not an entrepreneur. I'm self-employed at the moment, and I'm into the beauty industry, makeup, hair. That's my niche.
Beautiful. No wonder you look this great. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll be talking about music and social change, songs that have shaped movement. So I would like to ask, what role has music played in your life personally?
Mm, Music has had a great role in my life in a way that even when it was difficult to express yourself, when I could barely find words, I did that listening to music. I did that. It helped me understand the world too in another from another angle, because when you're just caught up in your own world at home, you don't get to physically explore outside. Music is actually something that helps you to explore outside, because truth it that means you're capable of actually seeing what people think. You're capable of listening to people's point of view concerning the world in which all of us we live in. So yes, that it has been a way of communication.
To you personally,
Yep.
I'd like to know, when did you realize that music is not just about entertainment? Like, it's more than just entertainment.
As I grew older, but for starters, I'm from a house where we listen to a lot of music. My father, how they say, he liked life, so we didn't do films, but music. I don't think there's a generation of a music player that we did not have, from those olden days where they used to use those big discs to the time where we had to use those other radio cassettes till CDs, and presently we're in the modern stage where we download online. My dad, we used to listen to a lot of music in our house. And so I even had a sister that once staged in Delhi. So when she staged in Delhi, then my dad saw her on that Saturday. It was hot. It's because of the music that all of us in our house. We even had dancers from our house that danced in
Okay.
Delhi. We had if you were if is that if children were allowed to do what they wanted to do, I think all my father's kids would have entered into the entertainment industry, because he sowed a seed without even knowing that he
He
sowed a seed.
did that.
I even suspected that maybe he too wanted to be a musician. Is that, I don't yet have proof for that. Maybe he's having a record somewhere that,
But he hasn't
yes,
released it.
yes, that he did not show us
Like, the
today.
love was not just.
Yes, he did not show us, so we should not laugh at him. Because I remember also having neighbors that anytime we see their dads, their dad song that he played, we are going to laugh at them. We'll laugh at them until, because that time the man is going to have dreadlocks. When you look at the man that had dreadlocks, then you look at the father of a family now, you're surprised. So my father actually he planted a seed without knowing that that's actually a seed he was planting, and because of that we got to listen to good music, great music. And that's even why it also shaped my preference of music. If you I mostly listen to olden days music. Yes, those are the people that I listen to. Yeah, you have that Louis Armstrong. He's my favorite.
So you're actually having a particular brand of music that lightens you up,
Oh,
like
it depends. It depends on the
on the
days. Some
moment.
days that yes, you want to go slow. There are some days that I just want my head to explode with music. That's where you start. Oh, you I may play that jugular because the vibration there is really really much. Even this Kanye West music, Black, that song has a very very powerful tunes, even the beatings. If you listen to that song, you can basically clean the whole of this house without knowing that that's what you're doing. So it simply depends on the moment and the way I feel in that particular moment. So that's what is going to determine the type of music. So I cannot say practically glued to just one type.
Kind of.
It just depends on the mood or the occasion.
So back then, your dad, maybe he used music to pull you guys together. He used it to entertain himself. He used it, let's say, for family time to bring you guys together.
Exactly.
So how is that reaction now? Like, now you've grown older. Now you just don't listen because dad plays music. You listen for yourself. How is that reaction now as before?
Back then I just used to listen it because of listening sake. But now, as I said, people get to express themselves, and there are so many. These musicians are just like voice to the voiceless, so they get to, from what they sing, you're capable of identifying yourself. So when you listen to their music, you are like, oh, so this person so is also going through this type of thing, so I'm not alone. So it's also a means, it's now it's used I use it as a means of communication, or I also use it as a means of nostalgia. That sometimes where I listen to this olden days music because I want to remember my childhood, the way we used to play around, my dad around, the way you had that kids noise everywhere. Yes, that's what sometimes I put music just to, so that it should take me back in time.
In time.
Because as we know, all these music record, they say that's the closest thing we had to going back in time. The music that is being left. People are going to come, they'll sing, they'll leave, but their music is going to remain. So it is actually now a means of identifying myself.
All right.
Me looking for my identity.
That's beautiful. So I would like to know how well has music influenced the society? Like how can you look at music and say really music has been an influence to the society? How do you see that?
With the fact, with the upcoming of people falling into depression, people having anxiety, I think music too has played a great role in each and everyone's life, one way or the other. There are sometimes where music lifts your spirit up. There are sometimes where you're just feeling downcast. So music actually lifts that spirit, and it has affected positively the same way it has affected negatively. So it simply depends on the genre that we're actually talking about. We have now music now itself is just, people just see it as a means of maybe taking them out of poverty. There's no longer that in-depthness in wanting to produce a song. That's why now it's nyash. Yeah, people are just spilling not madness from their mouth. There's no longer that reference. Their music now are just very very shallow. That's why there's some musics that in the next 2 to 3 years, you
You don't
people,
find value
yes
in
yes,
it.
people will stop listening to it. But there's some olden days music that we still listen to till today.
That's
Yes,
true.
because they actually put their mind, their heart in what they were
Mm,
doing.
absolutely. So, can you share a song that you believe that changed your social movement? Like with the story you gave us, there could be a particular song that you go back to that has made you, let's say, who you are today. Like maybe at some particular point in your life, you went back to this music, and then when you listen to the music detailedly, it gives you hope. It boosts your spirit up. So, is there a particular music that you can always say, "Oh, this music at this point in time did this to me"?
A good one, What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. I love that song. Love that song. The song, it basically talks about the fact that the world is not the actual problem. We, the humans living in it, are the
At the
problem.
problem.
Yes. So when someone says this world is wicked, it's not the world that is wicked. Because when we came, we met all the beautiful sceneries of the world. We met the mountains, we met the seas, we met everything that made it beautiful. But we, with our greed and our way of thinking, we came and destabilized everything. You came and destabilized everything. So that's why now it's being referred the world is wicked. The
Wicked.
world is not wicked. There are the people that inhabit it that makes it to be wicked.
Because even when we go back to creation, when God did create all these things, he said it was beautiful.
Exactly.
And he looked at it, I think he looked at it with amazement. I can just have a picture of you doing an art or creating something and you're like, oh, this is beautiful.
Exactly.
That's the picture God had about the world. And so when he looked at it, it was beautiful. So I think the song will just come to tell us that it really isn't about the world. It's about we who are in the world and our perception about these things that God has given to us.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. I think a lot of us should go back to that song. Are there songs that you once misunderstood that at certain point you realized the difference in the songs? Let's say there is a particular song that you misunderstood the words, you misunderstood the person's message in it, and then in some time you get to appreciate the song that actually this song.
Exactly. There's one. You know this song? Is it Gucci Baby? For so long I've been waiting. I thought she was singing that song before her man. But later on, she was singing that song before her kid, for a child. So because of the weddings of the song, everyone knew that that song that she sang, it was for a man. She was singing it because of romantic love, whereas she was singing but out of agape love, motherly love for her
For her
kid.
child.
And I only noticed that after when I had grown, then I don't know, I was just scrolling through a time machine, which is YouTube. Then I saw it, I saw the video. Then from the images used, that's when I understood the actual meaning of that song. And I really appreciate what she said there. Everything that she said was very, very intentional. She meant every word of it.
Beautiful. So we're encouraged to not just always. I think the point here is we assume.
Yes.
We have a picture about what we see in people and not go back to their reasons for doing what they do.
Yeah.
Because I'll not say you listen to that song just one time, two times, or three times. You've listened to it over and over. But yet there was a particular day that you said no.
I basically one day wrote that song and gave it like a love letter to a man. Can you imagine? Baby song. You give it to a grown-up man. Hey.
Because of how you misinterpreted
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
That's beautiful. So I encourage to always go deep into what songs mean. Thank you very much. And I would like to ask, how has music how has music in general shaped social conversations in your environment? Like where you find yourself, how do you talk about music? I think there must have been moments where, you'll be like, there's an argument. There's a moment where people relate to the music equally. There's an environment where, like, how has it been for you?
Music helped me to, I can identify if this is my type of person through the type of music the person listens to.
Okay.
If the person listens to this quick music that just comes, the boom after they disappear. If you listen to that, I just know that one shallow somebody. But those that listen to maybe old timers or listen to slow sounds, you know that there are actually people that go in depth with themselves, or maybe they go in depth in general. They're not just on the surface, just wanting to boom boom boom, all those type of things. No, they really sit, and there is this in-depthness about them. So when it comes to my environment, I think music, yes, it helped me to be able to discern people. The type, can I actually associate with this type of person? Yes. There are also times where I use music to actually express my feelings to another person. Like, okay, you know this type of thing where someone has done something to you, then you just be scrolling around. Then you're going to see, let me use the scenario of a meme that actually reflects what the person
Has
has.
done.
Yes, then you send it to the person. It's the same with music. When I go through, then I see a lyrics that actually matches maybe my feeling towards you. That's when I'm going to forward it to you. I may trick it to you, or I will send it to you as a message. Then you listen to it. So it really helps in communication for me. Yes, and it also helps for me to associate to people.
To people.
You have ever seen where you sit, oh, you know this music, oh, you like this music, that type of music, be like, yes. Then from there, people spike a conversation. In less than no time, people now becomes acquaintance, friendship. Then your friendship becomes one that lasts. It's a forever friendship. So yes, music actually is, as I said, a way of communicating.
That's actually a real time story, because let's use the karaoke games for example. You find a space where, should I say, it's tense and people just feel low of themselves, and let's say, oh, let's do a karaoke. In that space, you find people really interested, like, I really want to do this karaoke, and then you find some other person not into it, but once it starts, boom, everybody gets interested.
Exactly.
And you find someone singing the music with all of them,
Even
like,
when their voice are bad,
like they just enjoy the moment.
you just be shuperu shuperu. Even when their voice are terrible.
That's what music can actually
Yes.
do. Like, it can spice up every moment.
It gives you a calm environment. Like that environment just becomes something like something that you once experienced. You just feel very familiar, even in the midst of people that are strangers. You have
Yeah.
never met them before. Exactly.
That's the power of music. So what experience can you share that you saw music as an important asset?
What experience? As when I was oh Lord. One time now I had to communicate my feelings to a boy. And I had to send it to him. So it was a point where when I date, we will send ourselves music. Like this it's going to be like it's our thing. That's why some people have their music, it belongs to them. You'll be like, why? It's because maybe they listen to it during one particular time of their life, or maybe they got to discover it the same time. Everybody just has a music that speaks to his or herself. The music that I require, I label to be, oh, this is marvelous, it may not be the same to
Yes,
you.
for me.
So by the time I meet someone that like we
Matches.
actually, oh, we are glued together. We are
And you
glued
own the music.
Exactly, we own the music.
It now
until
becomes yours.
Exactly.
Okay.
Until it's in a way that when you be like, as I'm sending you this music, make sure that you don't send it to nobody else. Like the type of things. Yes.
Personalize it, say, no,
Ah.
this is for us.
Whoa.
And you tag it as, no, this is our identity.
It is.
That's nice. Music indeed is powerful. And what do you think music will always represent during times of struggle?
A way of relaxation. There is this woman, is it Miriam Belina? She sang One Day at a Time. So I listen to that music every morning. In fact, that music speaks to me every blessed day.
Day.
Yes, like you should take a day at a time. That's what she's asking from the Lord. That let Him help her go through this day. Just like that. That music is because when you get the weddings, he even gets to say that the way things were before is not like the way it is now. Now it is worse than before. And I started listening. My mother used to play that music. Oh, that's what they usually wake me up with in the morning. You will be sleeping 5 o'clock. Mothers, as they are doing cleaning, and they're putting in loud volume. They don't care. They don't care about you.
They're enjoying the moment.
Exactly. So she did it all my life growing up. That's the music that I've been listening to. So it became like, let's say, tradition.
Okay.
So when I get up in the morning and I listen to it, it actually lifts my spirit. Even when maybe I'm going through a situation that I'm like, I go do now for commodity situation. Hey, I
How
don't
we are
enter.
today
I don't
be.
enter Susongo. Oh,
But
that's
then-
yes. Then you listen to it now. It at least gives you a little glimpse of faith.
Yeah.
Yes, for you to just trust the process, even though it's going to be difficult. But
Yeah.
at least from that, is it 4 minutes that you listen to it, you will not think about your issue again.
And even if there is a challenge ahead and you have that fear, it calms you down to an
Yes.
extent, and you're like, even if the challenge comes, I'll face it. I can go through it. It's possible because of one particular music that you listen to, and then it calms down your spirit. Oh, music. Thank you very much. And how can listeners be more intentional about the music they consume?
It mostly has to do with, according to me, it has to do with your identity.
Okay.
Yes, because your identity, there's a type of person that you may not be the person now, but there's a type of person that you want to be. And because you want to be that person, you have to start doing things that is in accordance with that person, not with the person that you're seeing in your, not the
Like
person that
the
you're seeing
present.
now. Yes. So with the type of music you listen to, you are going to, me, maybe as people say, me in 20 years, will I still like this type of music?
Music.
Or what does this music portray about me? Many, as I said, other people, they can talk to others depending on the type of music they listen to. If you are the one who listen to this raw, because see, what am I going to be saying with you? There's this genre of music that they even would like Bole. Hey God, I hate that music with my life. Everything about it is just showing criminal, criminal. Imagine that you're listening to that type of music. If I see you, the want to run, you can see.
So it's actually implanting something.
It is. You, even from the way, the type of people that sing it 1st, it's not even the what the song is talking about. It's the person that is singing the song. The person that is singing the song, the person first of all looking like something that the person is on cloud 9, the person is on serious drugs. Then the dancing step 2 is the one that when you even try to dance, they will just look at you. You say, "The one na sif una ho na phone una ho na phone." So that's what that's what I mean. Your music, your intake of music has to portray who you are.
Yeah.
You cannot be, let's say, the way you're beautifully dressed, you're listening to Bole. Rivi. I'll just hold my phone in my pocket because you can see.
I already like it identifies you actually.
Yes,
You're
it
like,
does.
no, this music is for this particular kind
Genre
of
of people,
and
that's
you
it.
just and that's the flow.
That
because
that
you
is
discover
just
that
it.
no.
That's just it. That's why when you even go to these our fathers, if you attend an occasion that there are mostly these fathers that are there, you will not hear some type of raw music. They will mostly be singing grass deka, maybe a little bit of petit pays, those type of music that it was not
That
raw. It was
identifies them.
yes, it was mostly talking about life. Yes, you will mostly hear them saying that. But when you look at these criminals even in Yakwata, you are hearing them, they sing Bambole. I have a personal problem with that song. I hate that song in my life.
And then you're able to, once you just see someone reacting like that to that song, you're just like, this person
Reacting.
you
Let me
are
just hear
saying-
you listening to it until you know the weddings. I've pocket my phone.
say no, you're in this class of people.
Wala bata, I don't go.
So I don't trust you
Exactly.
because of what you listen.
Exactly.
Okay, so what you actually consume,
It reflects who you are.
it shows
The type of music that you consume actually shows who you
it
are.
shows from your every action.
Exactly, it
Okay.
does.
That's beautiful. So what encouragement will you give to people out there? Let's say people of your class, your age group, because when you look at it, you find people of this class and age group that go back in time, and you'll be like, why is this young girl even listening to this old stuff? Why is she behaving like her grandfather? But they cannot really identify your reasons
Yeah.
for that. So what
Yes.
advice would you like to give them and tell them the reason behind every music?
My advice is to them is you should not just consume music because it's trending. Someone who consumes just trend is someone who doesn't have a mind of his or her own. So the person just go, oh, what is booming? I just go in with the flow, So, and by so doing, the person does not also have an identity, because as they say, someone who doesn't stand by anything will be carried away by everything. So whatever music comes and sweeps you away, you are gone. This one comes, so you are dancing to it. This one comes, so you're singing it. You don't have a genre. You are just so all over the place. It actually, you will not have a voice of your own. You'll be difficult for you to find yourself as a person, because you are going to be judging yourself based on what is trending now. Is this thing what is trending? That's what you're going to be going in for. And it's going to be difficult for people to actually know you, because you cannot first of all express yourself. As I said, music is a way of expression. So since you can't express yourself using music, you're going in with the flow, you're going in with the trend. People are going to be like, it's going to be difficult for people to relate with you, because let's say, okay, today is Bikusi that is ringing. People of Bikusi are going to relate with you. Tomorrow is Makosa. People Makosa. I mean, they're going to be related to everybody. You're just going to be all over the place. So make sure that your consumption of music, you should not just consume music because it's trending. You should look at is it the weddings of the song, the lyrics of the song? How does it speak to you? Does it elevate you? Does it bring you down? Because there are some music that are having very high vibrations. That's why there's some music that when you listen to them, you just want to be jumping up, jumping up. You're asking yourself, like, why is this happening? It's not just the beatings. No, every music carries a spirit. So, and there's some music that when you listen to it, you just want to be in your calm space and just think about your life, think about everything that is going on in your life. And those type of music, they're having their time, they're having their season. So make sure that the music you consume is something that you actually want to portray. Because if you want to portray Tifman, listen to Mbole. Yes, if you if you want to if you want to portray someone, if you listen to olden music, oh, we're going to know that you're somebody that in depth. You're going to be even know that you're someone that is actually from a family where they listen to those old sounds. Because as I said, the music that your parents make you to listen to, there's going to be a time in your, even when you did not like them back then, because I didn't even like those music back then, just because it's a seed that has been planted into you, some years to come, you just see yourself one day, you're just finding pleasure in listening to those music. So make sure that whatever music you consume, it should be the one that speaks, it reflects who you are. Okay. You know, wear a suit and you are singing Bole. I said, I'm having a problem with Bole. Sorry, now I'm really coming back to the genre of music. I'm having a problem. You cannot be wearing a suit, then I'm seeing you,
You're looking
look exactly. You
But
like
now you're portraying
different,
Superman
something else. Yeah,
quality.
scattered. The music does not have rhythm, it does not have sense. It just have but say pull a cure. Hey!
All right, thank you very much, Ebuke. And we'll encourage that as you go back, listen to music that will build you, not just rhythm, not just melody, not just trend, but go for what will build you, and that alone will portray actually who you are, just like Irene has said. Thank you again, Irene, for being in our space.
Thank you for having me, Clarky.
You're welcome, and we're hoping to see you again next time.
Definitely.
This has been Voices by Us. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Facebook, Voices by Us. Please leave a comment, share those stories, and even do a thumbs up. It means a lot to us. Until next time, stay connected, stay curious, and be blessed. Thank you.